Oklahomans who can legally purchase a firearm can now do so without a permit or any training beginning on November 1st. Now, this is the second attempt at passing the permitless carry law, and this time it had the support of the governor.
It wasn't hard to guess that the Oklahoma legislature would pass a permitless carry bill. Just last year, one sailed through the House and Senate only to be vetoed by then-Governor Mary Fallin. This session's measure is House Bill 2597. While it will change how Oklahomans will arm themselves, some areas of the law are not changing.
It needs to be known that for anyone to be able to purchase a handgun in the state, you will still be required to do a NICS check.
While Oklahomans who can legally carry a firearm won't be required to get a permit, the permit system will remain in place, according to the bill's Senate author, Senator Kim David.
The Self-Defense Act licenses will still be available in the state. In many states that have already passed constitutional carry, they continue to have a lot of people that still get permits so that they can carry firearms across state lines without any problems.
Private property owners will still have their rights as well. They can restrict someone from carrying a weapon onto their property. A proposed trailer bill would allow nonprofits and public trusts like zoos and parks to ask gun-carrying patrons to do so concealed and not in the open. That legislation is still making its way through the process. Senator David feels that Oklahomans should have the same right to carry without a permit as some of its neighbors.
Because Oklahoma shows reciprocity to these states, currently anyone from Arkansas, Missouri, or Kansas, because those three states have constitutional carry and bump up to us, we allow them to carry in our state without a permit.
While House Bill 2597 is similar to the bill passed last year, there are some changes. For instance, this measure replaces the word handgun with firearm.
Where previously it was where you could just carry a pistol, now you will be able to carry any type of a weapon. Now, that does not mean that you can brandish a weapon. Those provisions are still in place. It is illegal to brandish a weapon.
Senator Carrie Hicks voiced her concern about the change and what it could mean to public safety in light of the increased numbers of mass shootings across the country.
Not because I believe that that would create a Wild West scenario. However, I believe in the modern sense, we should be concerned with AKs and ARs and semi-automatic weapons that have the capacity to inflict mass shootings that we have seen at a national level on a massive scale.
The measure also strikes the requirement for people who are carrying a weapon to declare it voluntarily if they encounter a law enforcement officer.
It does change that when a person comes in contact with law enforcement, they do not have to voluntarily give that information unless the law enforcement officer asks.
That change has Senator Mary Boren concerned about how interactions between armed Oklahomans and law enforcement officials will begin to unfold once the law takes effect in November.
This bill changes the relationship between gun owners and law enforcement. And this bill takes away a tool that law enforcement has trained on and is used to using in order to interact with gun owners in our community.
Senator Kevin Matthews has several years in public safety, and his concern is that by not requiring gun owners to undergo training before they're allowed to carry their weapons in public spaces, it could lead to unintended consequences.
Training is very, very important. That's why I took the training. And if we have everyone irresponsible, not people that want to break laws, but just irresponsible people, people that are immature, just start to do this, I can't see how it wouldn't be more dangerous for us all.
Longtime permitless carry supporter Senator Nathan Dahm said while the media is paying close attention to this issue right now, lawmakers are still doing their job, and he feels part of the job is to strip away restrictions from the rights of citizens.
We can continue to go about what are often categorized as core functions of state government while also working to protect fundamental rights, which I believe is the core function of every level of government. The Declaration of Independence says that to secure these rights, governments are instituted.
The Senate approved the bill by a vote of 40-6. Within hours of its passage, Governor Kevin Stitt signed the measure into law. It's the first bill signed into law in his young administration. Permitless carry will go into effect on November 1st.